fielders. You know all about having chances put down off your bowling. How about getting hit 6 on the last ball and over?
Yeah, well, the spinners, I don't know how the spinners deal with it. They get hit a lot more than us fast bowlers. And I'm being courteous to myself. I was never a fast bowler. Probably slow more than anything else.
No, but definitely feisty.
Definitely. I was talking to your husband, and he was talking about how much he used to hit me all around the ground, so I wasn't too happy with him. I'll be happy to chat with him later on when I have a little bit more time, and you're not around, so I can tell him how I really feel.
Playing.
Yeah, he's I'm well past my prime. But I'll tell you what, Fayaz Butt reminds me a lot of myself. He never looks like he's 100%. You always see him walking. You always think there's something going on there. But he puts in 100% effort. I was like, always had back problems, knee problems, ankle problems, and then never looks like, but he just always is up for the fight, always up and puts 110% in for his country team. A brilliant warrior for Fayaz, but he would have been disappointed with that drop catch. He's going to want to make up for it here.
Well, it's gone straight down the ground. There's no chance for mid-off or mid-on. Good batting this. The target areas. Anil has just picked up a boundary to himself.
Yeah, Anil Shah targeting the straight down the ground. As we mentioned, that's a short boundary. Back of length from Fayaz, but not the length that you're looking for on this wicket. You can see him just telling himself there to get that forward. Anil Shah, he's starting to get into his groove now. It's a brilliant shot down the ground.
It's a tough job being a fast bowler. You mentioned it, a lot of injuries, everything from shoulders down to your feet. This time goes leg side, and it's another gap. It's back-to-back fours for Anil Shah. Well, batting doesn't get much better than this. He's completely taking on the offensive right now.
And Ahmed Fayaz Butt just struggling to find his length on this occasion. From him, Anil Shah just waiting on length. Back of length on the previous delivery, full of length on this time, and this one just goes over mid-wicket. In the power, only 2 men allowed out. Plenty of gaps out there if you can beat the inner ring. And Anil Shah doing well here. He's moved on to 27 off 18.
Much better control with the bat today for Nepal compared to yesterday against Canada. And as we say that, we're going to see a fielder drop into that cow corner, just wide of that mid-wicket region. She was a mid-wicket fielder as well. Now coming on the boundary. Swing and a miss. A good contest this between batter and bowler.
You hear that grunt from Ahmed Fayaz Butt as he passed the bowler there. As he passed the umpire there, in his delivery stride. He put a little bit of extra in that. He wasn't too happy. He's a feisty character, Ahmed Fayaz Butt. Never too happy getting in for back-to-back boundaries and just putting in that little bit of extra effort on that delivery and getting some shape away from Anil Shah.
This is a good start and good use of the power play for Nepal today. They really have put in the hard yards. Good balance between being aggressive and being just missing that outside edge. Again, movement on offer. And it's going to be the end of the 5th over at 38 for no loss.
TD is supporting cricket in more ways than ever. Because we believe Canada needs more cricket. TD, ready for you. The bowling to big Cali Mullet, and then an easier chance I felt deep mid-wicket by Khalid Kale, who never got into any kind of position to hold on, as Ishan Maqsood comes into the attack. Andrew Leonard joining you here. Delighted to have Matt Bonner with us again today, the former NBA player who's very much enjoying his first taste of international cricket. Is that fair to say?
Definitely fair to say. It's been a crash course in the sport, especially after yesterday's exciting match against Nepal. And if there's anything I learned in this format every play counts, every play matters, every play can be the difference between winning and losing. It's all about efficiency and execution. They're going to look back at the difference between winning and losing.
Now another chance, and the keeper should take this. He nestles underneath it, and he does hold on. Pratikaptavele. Zishan Maksoud's a difficult bowler to get down the pitch to because he's very, very clever. He just holds it back. And Sa, with that wristy style that he has, he was looking to hit straight down the ground. It's shortest, but instead it just went miles up in the air. Easy catch when he got the gloves on for the keeper.
Yeah, absolutely. Simple play. We saw them doing dozens of reps with that same very catch in their pregame warm-up. So, I mean, that's the equivalent of a layup in basketball, right?
Well, if you can't catch this, you know,
Yeah.
you're probably struggling. It's just the way in which he gets that ball to dip, so it's difficult to get down the track to him. Atavele, he critically got the communication in immediately that he would be the one that holds on to the catch. And that is now the first wicket to fall. It ends that opening partnership. The score, it's 39-1.
The new A&W Ruffles Crunch Teen Burger.
Let's go.
Juicy grass-fed beef topped with Ruffles cheddar and sour cream chips.
Let's go!
The new A&W Ruffles Crunch Teen Burger. Let's go.
So when we saw in both matches in the series, the team that won the toss electing to bowl field first, is that a typical strategy across all formats of cricket?
Yeah, absolutely. Particularly in the T20 format recently, sides very much want to know what they're chasing, and they also then get first use of the facilities. At this time of year as well in Canada, we're well into autumn now. You know, summer's a long time back. You know, you have that little moisture early. It's 12 o'clock start. So when you go out and kind of put your hands across the pitch, the playing surface, you could still feel a little bit of coldness, a bit of dampness. So any of the assistance you get from the new ball will be earlier in the day. And then as the sun hopefully bakes that pitch out, it should get easier to bat on. That's the theory. The problem for Nepal was yesterday they weren't able to execute that plan.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue it's harder to field when it's wet, though. You slip and sliding out there a little bit, no?
A little bit of that, but really the fielding, even though it's critical, to the batter is the most important thing. The slip's just going to come out of play here now. Final ball of the power play, probably about honours even, I suspect. As Dev Canal can't get off the mark. What an over from Zishan Maksoud. He's closer to 40 than he is to 30. Let's put it that way. With 6 bowled, it's 39-1.
So Lenny, advantage of knowing what you're chasing. When I was in the three-point contest in 2013, I was runner-up to Kyrie Irving. Beat Steph Curry in the semifinals, had the high score, and had the luxury of choosing whether I wanted to go first or second in the finals against Kyrie Irving. And same thing, I chose second because I wanted to know, where I need to be. Unfortunately, Kyrie Irving caught absolute fire, and I couldn't catch him.
It's a kind of double-edged sword, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Exactly.
You're hoping to play good on defense, like you were saying.
Yes.
And
Precisely.
then know what you're going to get. I wouldn't have picked you again. My basketball knowledge may be similar to your cricket knowledge, if that's fair. I don't think that would have been some good.
I'm sure you've heard of Steph Curry.
Of course I have, but I wouldn't have picked you just with natural height necessarily. As the outside edge is beating good bowling from Fayez, but as a good three-pointer, but you were a good three-pointer.
I was. I led the league one year. I was one of the old school big man three-point shooters, which now is very common in the league, but when I was in my prime, it was kind of a new thing. Big men shooting a lot of threes. We call them stretch bigs.
Stretch bigs.
Yep. I was a old school stretch big, and now it's common. So almost every big shoots threes. Big meaning like front court, ball.
Okay, the front section of the court, yeah. Just whipped off his legs. Should think of a couple, even though it's the shorter side of the ground, and he will get there. Good piece of athletic fielding, one-handed pick up and throw to get off the mark for Dev Canal.
Nice hustle there. I can definitely see also if the ground's wet, slows the ball down on rollers like that, giving the fielders an opportunity to chase them down before it hits the limit.
Yeah, one of the tricks for Nepal here is gauging, given that they're on the same surface as yesterday, what a good score is going to be. We didn't think 123 was going to be a winning score. Nobody did in the entire venue, even the most faithful Canadian fans. So Nepal have to readjust their sights. They have the benefit of knowing we're on the same pitch as yesterday. So they might not be happy with 120, but are they thinking 140 is actually going to be a winning score? Particularly think about the
Yeah, I mean, if they can duplicate that performance on defense yesterday, I would say that's a great score. Look at how long this run-up is.
Now, this is going to be close, and yes, the finger goes up. It's maybe kept a little low. I have to say, it's possibly not the greatest shot. He across the line, a big hack across the line. It skids, keeps a bit low. The only question for the umpire will be, has it low? It's definitely going. And the first LBW you've seen is.
Yes, we didn't see any umpire calls yesterday. Let's take a look. Oh, for sure. That was definitely going to hit the wicket.
Going to go on and probably smash into off stump. So Dev Canal's promotion to number 3, just his second T20I, that has not worked. Ahmed Fayez but strikes, and the second wicket falls. Kushal Mala. Chris, he just walks that one through, gets us to the end of the 7th over, and the score is 42 for 5. So namaste, warm welcome along to the commentary box. Andrew Leonard here alongside the former NBA star Matt Bonner. Matt, great to have you with us. Got something for you here. Actually got 2 things for you.
Okay.
You've heard my nickname, haven't you, in Nepal?
I have. It has something to do with this.
Yeah, with the Taklu Dai.
Yes.
I love the nickname Taklu Dai. So that means bald elder brother. So we've got to thank Sujan Shrestha for this one. He says that we've got to give Matt a nickname because we know he's really enjoying Nepal. He's going to be called the Lambu Dai. So you are officially now the Lambu Dai, which is the very tall or the giant elder brother.
I love it.
And it's so great to have you with us. I've got to show you one more thing as well. This is what they call a Dhaka Topi. So I'm going to ask you very quickly, take your headset off. We're going to see if this Dhaka Topi is going to fit Matt Bonner. Let's have a look. I can barely get up there. Let's get a look. Oh, got to open that out. And what about that? What do you reckon? You have to bend down to show people. There you go. How good is that?
Look.
It looks, I tell you. Give a namaste as well? We'll give a namaste.
Sure.
We're struggling to get the headset on over.
I gotta adjust. Figure out how do I work. What's it called one more time?
Look, there it is. So that's the Dhaka Topi.
Dhaka Topi.
And you're the Lambu Dai now.
The Lambu Dai. I got it. I'm gonna have to add it to my Instagram profile. Red Mamba, Red Rocket, Lambu Dai. Got it.
We gotta love the Lambu Dai. So were they your playing nicknames when you were playing? That was, you had kind of 2 very specific nicknames.
I did.
Red Rocket?
Yep. Red Rocket was my nickname when I played here for the Toronto Raptors. It was because, I have red hair, And B, I didn't have a car. I take the transit, the TTC.
Hold on a second.
Which is
you were
nicknamed
playing in
the Red
you were
Rocket.
playing in the NBA, and you didn't have a car.
No car. Look, Toronto's a big city, great public transit system. Parking's a pain. Insurance.
This was by choice, you're telling me.
Absolutely. It improved. I didn't have kids. I was younger.
And
Had a family.
I took an immediate liking to you from the first time I met you, but I adore you now. You're a man of the people.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, the traffic in Toronto, who wants to drive in that if you don't have to?
So
Right?
you don't have the Tyreek Hill Lamborghini going.
No.
You're straight in
No,
on the...
I just want to get from point A to point B.
Good idea. Well, look, what do you think of the nickname, the Lambu Dai?
I like it.
Yeah.
There's a ring to it.
There's a huge culture of respect in Nepal. Life is all about respect, particularly to your elders. So what you'll hear, even Rowan Powell, you'll hear him during post-game shows, he'll refer to the older players in the team, even though he's the captain. He'll say, well, Karen KC Dai, Sampal Dai, bowled brilliantly. You know, and
I love that.
It's really nice, isn't it? A big part of their culture, and it's the most beautiful country. And I think we're all shocked with the catastrophes that have occurred, particularly in the valley, but also in the more rural regions of the country. We heard Rob Powell talking about his thoughts and prayers being with all of them, and all of ours are too. But it's great to have you now engaged in a bit of Nepali culture.
I appreciate it. It's an honor, and definitely our hearts go out to everyone affected by the flooding in Nepal, and hoping for, as speedy a recovery for the country as possible with that.
End of the 8th over, and it's 45 for 2.